Welcome everyone, it's Jim, and we're back with some more of 99 years of Billion Road, and I'm here with Rowdy Ross. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. What year are you in?
I am in, it's a great question because even I forgot at this point. I believe this is year 18, and for the next couple of
Old
years,
enough.
go ahead.
Now you're old enough to vote. Now
Yes,
your character is old enough to vote.
year
That's
18.
assuming you start as a newborn.
Okay, we're doing a theme here, myself and Rowdy Ross. Rowdy Ross will be on the next couple of Billion Roads, or year 99 years of Billion Road, because I have an upcoming vacation, and I'm going to Disneyland and Universal Hollywood. However, I had a trip to the theme parks in Florida 2 years ago, and I was like, I never really had a chance to talk to anyone really about this. So each year of Billion Road for the next couple of years, myself and Rowdy Ross will go over one of the parks that, and we're going to talk about, because Rowdy Ross, when's the last time you went to Universal? I know it's been a while, and to Disney World, Florida.
Disney World, Florida is 4 years ago. We didn't go to Universal that time. We went to Universal, so that would be like 6 years ago.
Okay. And then for me, before I went 2 years ago to Disney World, I think I wouldn't have been there till 2009, and then my trip to Disneyland coming up, I wouldn't have been there since probably the late 90s. So, yeah, go ahead.
Same here. I've been to Disneyland once, and that was probably mid to late '90s. Also, it'd be funny if we were there at the same time, but no way of verifying that. My family doesn't have any pictures from then because
I
that's
believe
just
I
my
went
family.
in March or April.
I, if anything, it was probably no. Actually, we went to California over Christmas time, so
All right, so
that eliminates that.
the order that we're gonna do is the order that I went on the trip 2 years ago. So today is gonna be Universal, and then the next one's gonna be Hollywood Studios, then Magic Kingdom, and then Epcot. Unfortunately, I did not get a chance to go to Animal Kingdom. So here's how I want to do this. Now, Rowdy Rush, you have a map in front of you for Orlando, right?
I do. I don't know
Okay.
how that's going to serve you for California, but whatever.
Well, no, it's kind of to get me hyped up for my upcoming trip, and to also talk about the trip from 2 years ago. And what I think I'd like to do is we're gonna go through the sections, and I want you to give like your memories and my memories of like if you remember what you liked, what you didn't care for, if it was even there at the time, or if it's something that if you haven't done, then something you would look forward to if you went to a trip to Universal Orlando.
I not only have a map, but I also have the Google Photos album of my
Ooh,
time in Universal. So, not that that does well for a audio podcast, but it at least gives me points of reference to refresh my memory because otherwise I don't remember a damn thing.
absolutely. Okay, now I guess you'll. What we'll do is we'll go clockwise. You can figure based on the map in front of you. You tell me where you want to start, and then read off the things in that section: rides, you know, food, which I won't probably talk that much about at all, and anything in the section shows. What do we got? Go ahead. Let's start with the first section.
So,
Yeah.
this map I have of Universal Studios Florida is from universalorlando.com. And on the left is the map. On the right, it has the different sections, so it makes my job easier. First section listed is Production Central. There we have Despicable Me, Minion Mayhem, Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket, Meet the Transformers, and Transformers The Ride 3D. That is all that's listed in that section.
Okay, so let's start there, and I guess what do you remember first?
So, starting off Minion Mayhem is I wouldn't describe I call it a movie ride because
Sure.
it is like how Back to the Future and The Simpsons and the Star Wars ride, you're just sitting in and it jostles you to match the stuff on the screen. But it's much different. It's a much more open seating area, so you see a whole bunch of other people. It's all like stadium seating, and you're all watching the same thing. Um, the ride itself was cute, but I think even maybe not even better than the ride, but I feel like the queue area, which I'm sure there's a technical term for it, but the stuff you walk through to lead up to the ride was even better because it had video presentations all voiced by the real Steve Carell and the kids and everything. They were all there. All the minion hijinks and setting up the story of the ride. And I think it basically, the whole gist of it is they turn you into a minion. The girls feel bad, and the whole mission is to try and turn you back into a human.
Yes, so, by the way, we should, since we're going to be doing this for a couple of episodes, the theme park kind of thing, we should talk, I guess, first. I should have did this before. Like, what kind of, when you go to the parks, like, are you a thrill rider? Do you stay on the low-key rides? Are you a food person? Are you a drink person? Are you a show person? What kind of person are you when you go to these parks typically?
So, especially for Universal, this section of Universal that I go to, I hope I don't disappoint anyone. I don't do Harry Potter World, and I never did the other side of it. I always do the side that has like the movie rides. So Transformers, Despicable Me, the Jimmy Fallon ride. Those are all like kind of the same idea. Mm-hmm. I don't do roller coasters. Shows, if it interested me, it's not there anymore, which is really disappointing. I think maybe maybe in 2017 was the last time they were running. They had a Terminator 2 live / 3D movie show.
Okay.
From like 91 when the movie came out until within the last 5 years, they had a live show. And then like they shut it down because goddamn, that movie's almost 30 years old. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I enjoyed that. They have I do enjoy the shows if it's a movie I cared about. But if it was like, oh, go see Harry Potter live on ice, I wouldn't care.
Sure, you're not a Harry Potter.
So,
I think that goes for everyone. I mean, I'm certainly people would go more towards what the franchises or whatever you want to call them that they like over ones that, like if I saw, they're having a Fast and Furious show, I probably wouldn't care that much.
Right. And like on the roller coaster side of Universal Studios, there's a Spider-Man roller coaster, which is disappointing because I like Spider-Man, but it's a roller coaster, so piss off.
Right. By the way, did you see the name of this mermaid that's following me?
Maiden Desea? No, or Miss Popular? Which one?
No, it's Made in the Sea. Get it?
Oh my god.
Okay, so you didn't go on the Rip roller coaster. That's not your speed.
No, but the Transformers ride is awesome.
Tell me about it, because I didn't go on that because I thought that was going to be too scary.
No, it's not. I didn't think it's scary at all. If you don't think Star Tours is scary, it's the same thing.
Okay.
But it's a little more advanced than Star Tours. In Star Tours,
it's one of those ones where you're in one section like Minions, or is it actually moving?
It does move. So I think it's more along the lines of Rise of the Resistance.
Okay.
So your cart does move to try, or at least maybe this is just it fucking with my brain, but I'm pretty sure you do move a little, go from screen to screen. Mm-hmm. And then one of the big Transformers will grab your car and turn it upside down or whatever the fuck. But it's a movie ride basically. Okay. So I didn't find it scary.
There's no drops.
Awesome. I mean, there's a little jostling here and there, but like I said, if you can stomach Star Tours, this should be fine. Okay,
interesting. I might consider that if I go to Hollywood. I like the Minions ride, by the way. I agree with you about the walk part of it. Going into the ride. The Minions definitely is a ride I would definitely go on again for sure.
And I don't care about Transformers, but like I said, the ride is awesome. Even better is outside the ride, the Meet the Transformers thing, is they have animatronic characters from the Transformers franchise. I don't know who it is, but one of them will sit there and roast people as they walk by.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's Bumblebee that will play snippets of songs.
I did see Bumblebee when I went 2 years ago. He was around.
So
yeah,
he was cool. I have not watched any of the Transformers movies. I don't care about it, but the ride's cool with me.
Okay, so you want to get to the... No, wait, hold on. Is this where Shrek used... Because I know Shrek's not there anymore, right?
Is it not?
I don't think it is. I feel like Shrek was across from the Minions. That's why I'm saying...
It was. He was... Shrek was toward the front of the ride, which I guess, yeah, he must be gone.
Yeah, I got to see one of the Shrek's one more time. Shrek 4D.
Yeah, I like that one.
Great show. Yeah, I agree.
Going over this list, I didn't even think about it, but yeah, it was kind of basically the same idea as the Muppets 4D. Obviously, all my references are always going to go back to Disney because I know that one better.
That's fine. I mean, we're going to talk about the Muppets one next episode because that's Hollywood Studios. I was just remembering my order again.
There you go.
Okay, so let's get to the next section then.
Next section is New York. First, we have Marilyn and the Diamond Bellas. I think I'm not sure what that is. That might just be because I actually have a picture of a Marilyn Monroe costume woman.
Right.
So maybe that's right there.
With other dancers, and they would sing Candyman.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that part.
No, if that's the same that I'm thinking of, they're like an old getup. Are you thinking?
Yeah, Marilyn's. She's decked out. We got The Race Through New York, starring Jimmy Fallon. Revenge of the Mummy. Sing It. No idea what that is.
Me neither. I don't remember that being 2 years ago.
The Blues Brothers Show. And then we have restaurants Finnegan's Bar and Grill, Auntie Anne's Pretzels, Haagen-Dazs, Starbucks, and Louis' Italian Restaurant.
So let me just say right now, I was very surprised on how much I liked the Jimmy Fallon ride. I enjoyed the Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, again, it's a movie ride of the same thing, but they put a lot more into it than you'd think. Like Jimmy was part of the whole ride. I really enjoyed the queue area again. They have all the memorabilia from all the different hosts, and Lulu makes fun of me for it because my favorite late night comedian, probably of all time, is Conan O'Brien.
Right.
And he historically had a very short reign because of whatever was going on with Jay Leno and NBC. His area of the Tonight Show ride is a small corner of like half a locker compared to these big displays of Jay Leno and Johnny Carson and of course Jimmy Fallon. But yeah, like I took a picture of Conan's area and it's just like, I don't know, a 4-foot by 5-foot window. Mm-hmm. And then like Carson has an entire wall. Fallon's got the centerpiece. So yeah.
So I also remember the Blues Brothers show. That was fine.
I saw them drive. I guess they were driving through the streets, which is dangerous because people probably don't pay attention. But yeah, they were just. I just have a picture of them driving through the street. I guess to go to the show or like a rolling advertisement of "Hey, come see the show."
Mm-hmm.
Never seen any Blues Brothers movies.
So did you do Revenge of the Mummy? Because that's another one I figured I'd be too scared
No,
for.
it's a roller coaster, so I was out.
Yeah. Okay.
I think I've been meaning to at least watch it on YouTube because Lulu likes the Mummy movies.
Right.
Correction, Lulu likes Brendan Fraser, so anything he's in.
Can you give me a voice for Dr. Rex here?
You look tired. Want a quick fix? That's a drug reference, and I don't know how I... Hey, it's Dr. Rex. What luck? Doc here heals... Oh, wait. No, that's not him talking. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, you're right. So I
thought it was just talking about...
Hey, it's Dr. Rex. What luck? Doc here heals monsters who are lucky enough to meet him for free. Dr. Rex gave Jimmy's monster medicine to Dr. Rex gave Jimmy's monster medicine to help it recover. Alright, thank you, Dr. Rex. Anyway, going back to the discussion of the New York section, I mean, do you have anything else for the New York section?
I don't remember much of it. I mean, I can talk more about the Tonight Show ride, but yeah, that about covers it.
Alright, so let's go to the next section then.
We got San Francisco, Beat Builders, Fast and Furious Supercharged, and restaurants Richter's Burger Company, Chez Alcatraz, Lombard's Seafood Grill, and San Francisco Pastry Company. I got nothing on any of these, actually. I have no idea what Beat Builders is. I don't care about Fast and Furious. I'm guessing it's a roller coaster.
Well, again, that's another one of these rides that I was like, I think this is too scary for me.
Right.
Based on what I read. And Beat Builders is basically a show like Blues Brothers where, you know, someone just comes to a portion of the park at certain times. They're construction workers, so if I remember right, they come out, they are on like the building scaffolding.
Okay.
And it's Beat Builders because like they're banging on using wood and banging on trash cans and all that, so it was fine. I liked it. They were fine enough.
And thinking back over, we're getting into the restaurants and stuff. I don't see the one restaurant that we did. There was some kind of science fiction, and I don't mean the sci-fi dine-in theater in Disney. There was like a Frankenstein's lab themed restaurant, and I do not see it on here, which is disappointing.
Oh yeah, maybe another one gone that, like Shrek.
Another one bites the dust.
That's right. Okay, you want to get to the next land, unless you have something else to say about this one?
I don't, just that because I think that would have been in Production Central, and I'm really disappointed. Bastards. You bastards.
And I don't think it would be under refurbishment because I think I'm on the same list as you, and I think it'll tell you if it's just closed for X amount of time.
Right.
By the way, I got to the goal.
Oh, good.
Look at that. What's the next land? Well, what? You have a question about the game?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what place are you in? I didn't notice it when we were starting up. I know it'll say at the end.
That's a great question. I'll just go onto Instagram and see what my 17 results were. I'm in second.
Check Instagram.
I'm in second.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Money Ninja had 28 billion. I had 25 billion. Billion King has 24 billion. And That's Rich has 14 billion. So I'm not that far away from it, to be honest with you.
So it was Universal Studios Classic Monsters Cafe, and I have pictures of me sitting in the electric chair outside of it. And I guess that was it. I didn't take any. I had to have taken pictures inside. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there's a whole lab set up and like bottles of different colored liquids to look like a science lab gone awry. But yeah, I enjoyed it, and the food was fine.
Right.
So the next section, yeah, anything I go to is just going to be the same price point. The food is just okay. I'm not going to like some 5-star Gordon Ramsay shit.
Yeah, I'm definitely not a foodie person. I am a drink person, which we'll get to in my Epcot day, but
Jesus.
Yeah. So go ahead, let's get to the next section.
Next one I'm going to have even less to talk about. The Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Diagon Alley. Aptly named because apparently this section is like diagonal.
Okay.
So it's Diagon Alley. Or whatever the fuck. Okay. Hogwarts Express. King's Cross Station. Night Bus. Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts. Ollivanders. Gringotts Money Exchange. The Tales of Beetle the Bard / Celestina Warbeck and the Banshees. I guess that's a show.
Yeah.
And then we have the Leaky Cauldron. That sounds like a medical condition. Florian Oh, Jesus Christ. Florian Fortescue's ice cream parlor. I have friends that are Harry Potter nuts, and they're gonna fucking kill me. The Fountain of Fair Fortune. Say that 3 times fast. And the Hopping Pot. I've never seen, I've never read, I've never ingested a single piece of Harry Potter media, aside from the coverage of the video game that came out.
And that's very recent. And that's
yeah.
Yeah.
So I know nothing.
Okay. So I guess I'm carrying this section for conversation, which is fine. I have seen all the movies. I have not read the books, but whatever. I really like this land. Was very strange in that at first I couldn't figure out how to get there. Because it looks like, and I don't know if the same works for Universal Hollywood, but it looks as if it's just the wall. And I passed by it like 3 times. So I'm like, where's the entrance to this place? But you have to go around the wall, and then you're there. And I thought that was very, very strange. I thought the land looked great. There's a lot of things, though, again, I went in 2021, that I don't think was going on. Like, I definitely don't remember seeing anything about a live show. I do feel like there were some of the places that I could go to explore. I don't think I was able to. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, I have enough for this. Vital 7. Ross, look at this! I'm gonna get a Ninja Manor. And
what does that do?
Well, these are the properties.
Oh.
See, Ninja Manor.
Eggplant crop? I thought these were items, because I saw like eggplant crop and rice patty.
Yeah, I'm gonna get everything except the Ninja Hot Springs Inn. Yeah, that's fine. It's only 1 billion of my money. I'm okay with that.
Oh yeah, just a billion.
Look at how... Look, the Hot Springs Inn is 6 billion itself. It's a lot. Alright, anyway, yeah, going back
and they say real estate is a dying market. What's up?
So Hogwarts, like I said, loved it. Loved the dragon. That's up, like above the area, and then it goes on. It spits out fire. I don't know. I think it's probably like once every 20 minutes. Again, too scared to go on these rides though. Like the Hogwarts one itself, I definitely was like, I'm pretty sure it's one that's like Minions where you sit there, but I'm like, I don't know. This one, when I was reading it back then, I was like, it's a little too intense for me. It looks like, so I did not do that. But overall, I love the look of the land, honestly. So,
I'm curious what this means. I didn't go into it when I was reading the list. Under the Hogwarts Express ride, it said park-to-park admission ticket or annual/seasonal pass required. Additional restrictions apply.
I know what that is.
So they're really like squeezing you for more money to be able to go on this. Is it a ride? This King's Cross station?
No, it's the equivalent to Disney's Park Hopper. So there's Islands of Adventure, and then there's this Universal Orlando. You can connect both of them with that thing that you just read. But that's why I'm saying you have to have another park ticket, because you're not getting into the other park for free.
Right.
And the one that I think I liked is, or the thing that I wish that I did have that for, was I know you don't watch Harry Potter, but so in the movie, there's like this girl that haunts the bathroom, and apparently she's in one of the bathrooms in Harry Potter Land, but it's the one that I didn't have access to. So I thought that was a pretty cool nod, but I didn't get to experience it. Like I said,
she sounds perverted.
I love the look of the Harry Potter Land. I did see a magic wand show, if I remember correctly. It wasn't. I think I caught the tail end of that. But yeah, no. Overall, I definitely would love to experience Harry Potter Land again. And that's pretty much all I have for that one. Let's move on to our next land.
This is easy. The World Expo area. The only thing listed: Men in Black Alien Attack.
Which I did not do.
We've done it many times.
I didn't do
I
it
think
because it's supposed to be a 2-person thing, and
yes.
I was like, I don't know, I could do it,
I
but
mean,
it's
I think
weird. I don't
yeah,
know.
they do the whole single rider thing, and it's like it's sort of like Toy Story Mania,
Yeah, that's what I read
or
too.
Buzz. I think Buzz Lightyear had a ride where you have to shoot shit.
Yeah,
I
that's
think,
not Toy Story
unless I'm
Mania.
mixing. Yeah, maybe I'm just mixing those up. Yeah, but yeah, it's like that, just with aliens.
No,
And,
it's not one that I was scared of at all. That's
right.
not. I was just like, it's kind of weird. I'm not. I have other things that I want to do in this park, so
Hmm.
I kind of bypass that. All right, so I guess let's go to the next one then.
Now this one is my jam, Springfield, USA. We got the Simpsons ride, Kang and Kodos Twirl and Hurl. Never went on it. Duff Brewery, Fast Food Boulevard, and Moe's Tavern. Beyond what's listed, they also have storefronts for the comic book store, but there's nothing in it. I think the bathrooms are around back of it. The Quickie Mart is the souvenir store where you can buy like a giant pink donut the size of your head.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, the Duff Brewery. I think we had a what is it? Yeah, we had a Duff beer, or no, we had a Flaming Moe
Okay.
at one of the places. I don't think it was actually alcoholic. We probably could have gotten it alcoholic.
See, that's what I
Maybe.
was looking for when I was there, and I don't feel like that was being offered when I was there.
I have to refer to my significant other was the flaming, not flamingo, was the Flaming Moe an alcoholic drink?
Also, you couldn't. Could you actually have a when you went? Do you remember if you could actually go into Moe's, or is that an actual just a design?
So at where
Wow.
are these?
Did you see that?
What happened?
He had like 5 dice rolls and got there right now.
He told you to go F
He
yourself.
definitely did.
Um, so apparently, how do I not have pictures? That must have been the time before.
Yeah, so much for the whole.
So
Oh, this
it's
is my jam. You don't have any pictures from it.
no Moe's. No, I have it from the time before. Moe's you could sit in.
I don't think it was
And I
open
want
to me
to.
because I feel like I would have 100% did that. You know me.
So
That's
of
something that I
those,
would have wanted to do.
yeah, Moe's Tavern, the Krusty Burger, and I think one other place. Those were the seating areas, but behind them was like the quick service. You could pick like the hot dogs or the hamburgers or the pizza, and then you just pick one of those stores to sit in.
Okay.
Yeah, but so I think we went twice at some point. I definitely sat in Moe's, and I think we sat in the Krusty Burger.
Okay.
Um, yeah, and Moe's. I think they have a full-on pool table if you wanted to play, but they're all decked out and you know the TVs are all playing best of clips and stuff.
Right.
And then of course the ride itself, which used to be the Back to the Future ride, which I also enjoyed. Lulu always found it a little rocky because I think we could only do two, so I'm on one side, she's on the other. She says she would always hit her head because the side walls
Oh, okay.
come so close to her. So she said she would hit her head, and but the ride itself was cool. Yes, there are drops. It's a movie ride, but yes, there are simulated drops.
Right.
And a giant baby Maggie sticks your car in her mouth like a pacifier.
Mm-hmm. So
On top of
I
other
definitely
things.
didn't do well. We already talked about that a lot of things that I can recall were clues for, like you said, for if you want to sit down and have a drink. Well, like I said, I thought you can go. I thought Moe's was also just it didn't look like I could get access at the time. And I, like you, I didn't do the twirl and was it twirl and hurl or whatever you said?
Yeah, it's like the Dumbo ride.
Right. I did do the Simpsons ride, and it's kind of, for me, the Simpsons ride was the opposite of Jimmy Fallon, and where I was like, for Jimmy Fallon, I wasn't expecting much, and I was like, oh, this was actually a great ride. This I was expecting a lot of, and ultimately didn't really enjoy it. I think for me, it is, and maybe I'm wrong with remembering this, but like, I'm comparing it to the Minions ride, which is where you're in like that enclosed section, and they have all the effects around you. You're not really moving that much from like it's not a roller coaster or anything like that. I just felt like Minions could. I'm trying to think of the best way to say this. Minions let you breathe to also take in the story of the ride, whereas I felt like Simpsons was just up and down chaotic, and it didn't really let you. It didn't let anything sink in. I think that's was my biggest problem with the Simpsons ride.
I got you. So yeah, I do have pictures of Moe's. They're from 2015.
Okay. All right. Do you have anything else for Springfield, or do you want to move to the next section?
Try the donut. It is delicious, even though it's huge, and it should take any normal human being multiple sittings to finish it.
How much do you remember? How much it was?
It was probably like $15 or something.
Okay.
I honestly don't remember. I pulled that number out of my ass.
Yeah, I mean it sounds right. I could see that. Okay, so.
And there's also Duff Man. I think I've seen, and a giant can of Duff.
I didn't see any characters. I definitely didn't see any characters in this section when I went.
I had back in 2015 pictures with Krusty and Sideshow Bob.
Oh, nice. Okay, so they were around when you were there. I mean, like I said,
yes.
it was weird for me going 2 years ago and you'll hear me say this in Disney too, but because the pandemic was still going on when I went. I did went in July of 2021. Nothing like I would say things really didn't start opening up here, like in general in the United States. I would say, tell me if you agree with this, like late 2022.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, like there were some things.
Were...
Go ahead, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah, no, like you were gonna. Yeah, some places were before that, but more widely accepted. Didn't happen until within the last year and a half.
Right. All right, let's get to the next section.
So we have Woody Woodpecker's Kid Zone. I'm not sure if I've ever been through here. I would hope not. Animal actors on location. Meet Shrek and Donkey. DreamWorks Destination. Curious George Goes to Town. Woody Woodpecker's Nut House Coaster. Fievel's Playland. Fievel's Playland Water Slide. E.T. Adventure. Meet SpongeBob SquarePants and Friends. And for food, the Kid Zone Pizza Company.
Alright, so you don't remember anything of this for you?
Now, I've been on the E.T. ride. I don't remember this being in a Kid Zone. But yeah, I definitely went on the E.T. ride with Lulu at some point.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think we did see the Shrek and Donkey display.
Right.
But none of the other stuff sounds familiar. I don't remember seeing SpongeBob roaming around.
I don't remember that at all. I don't remember SpongeBob even having a section. I think
Lulu... I'd have pictures of Lulu with SpongeBob if that was the case.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, here's a funny fact. Here's a funny fact about my trip is the first ride I went to make sure I was doing it was E.T. Because that's got to be the oldest ride there, right? Yeah, because it's...
Probably. And... Oldest ride, longest ride, longest line.
Not that day. It wasn't. And it was basically a walk on, like maybe 5 to 10 minutes.
It's one of those you don't want to see it close, even though it's really nothing anymore. But it's just you gotta do it.
Also, how much do you remember about the ET ride?
Somewhat.
Because I feel like I was very confused during it because I don't think it's real. Like, there's E.T. the movie, but then I'm like, there were sections on there that I'm like, this wasn't in the movie. I don't think.
Oh, if you're gonna quiz me on the movie, it's been even longer since I've watched that. I don't know. I don't see how they could. I don't know that they would add anything like that.
I don't know. I just remember thinking to myself, like, when did this happen in the movie?
It was the Spielberg cut.
Yeah. Oh, Monster Island's open, but I'm not gonna go. So what else? I remember Fievel, because I remember being amazed, like, oh my god, somebody remembers Fievel. Like they haven't.
I ever tell you that this?
Yeah, sorry.
I ever tell you that this dude looks like Butthead
Oh, that's Rich.
from Beavis and Butthead?
I guess he kind of does.
Yeah.
And now I'm asleep.
Oh, that's a shame.
So yeah, I remember seeing Fievel. I don't remember any SpongeBob representation at all. Oh, I did see animal actors on location. It was fine. It's just, people showing trained animals. The bird is all the way at the other side of the theater. Come to me, bird. Stuff like that. I'm surprised you would have not checked that out at all.
I don't remember the idea of it. I don't remember seeing anything on it.
Okay.
Let me see. Where is that Woody Woodpecker's Kid Zone? It's like tucked away behind The Simpsons.
I was gonna say it's right by Springfield because I think I did that after I did the Simpsons ride.
Yeah. No.
It's got its own area. So it's like
Yeah,
an actual
yeah.
stage with a lot of like theater-ish seating.
Mm-hmm.
Oh look, it's Christmas. Do you think I got a gift?
Cole.
Nope. Yeah, probably. I'm gonna find out I'm in fourth by the end of this turn or this year. Okay, so let's get to the next land. Unless you have something else for Woody Woodpecker's, which to be called Woody Woodpecker's thing, I didn't see any Woody Woodpecker representation.
No, there's the Woody Woodpecker's Nut House coaster.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that, but okay.
Yeah.
I believe
Though,
it.
and this is probably, I don't know how many people our age watched Woody Woodpeckers, but Woody Woodpecker was a big deal in my house. I think my brother was more a fan than I was, but Woody Woodpecker was all right by us.
Okay.
Last section on this map is Hollywood. We have the NBC Media Center, the Character Party Zone, Universal Orlando's Horror Makeup Show. I don't remember that. I would have been interested in that. Hollywood Character Zone, the Bourne Stuntacular, Mel's Drive-In, Schwab's Pharmacy, what? And the Today Cafe. Schwab's Pharmacy?
Yeah, in case you want to get your prescriptions filled.
It says it's a restaurant, but why do you call something a pharmacy?
What do you remember from this land?
None of it, honestly, and I'm a little disappointed. I don't know if that the horror makeup show is new. I'd have checked that out, but I'm still stuck on this fucking Schwab's Pharmacy.
So I will say this: the Bourne Spectacular definitely wasn't running for sure when I went, because that was before. Because that's based on Bourne Identity, right?
I would imagine.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, what's this? And that was I was excited about it, but that, of course, is before I saw Bourne Identity, the movie. I would have been
I've never seen any of them.
I would have been less excited after I've seen Bourne Identity, the movie. Let's see.
So I'm trying to, as long as I don't derail it too much.
What, you look at the makeup thing?
I'm looking at the menu for the pharmacy place.
Okay.
Ice cream. It's ice cream. It's an ice cream shop.
When you need a snack, you gotta order from the pharmacy. When you need a fix, like the doctor earlier.
Yeah, it's Oh, and they even sell Dole Whip pineapple sorbets.
How about that?
Yeah, which there are places. There's a place like 10, 15 minutes from where we are now, from where I live. Say it's right on Route 18. Not that I'm going to invite any stalkers to come find me. Okay. They offer Dole Whips. It's weird to me that people outside of Florida are offering Dole Whips. but I guess they're so
Yeah.
popular. People are trying to cash in on it. I keep trying to get Lulu to try one, but
To no
not yet.
avail.
Not yet. She will eventually. I do have to say I tried the orange one because I'm more of a fan of orange than pineapple. Disappointing.
Okay.
But yeah, Schwab's Pharmacy is an ice cream shop.
All right, so next time if you go to Universal and need an ice cream fix, go to the pharmacy.
Just hit me up with that IV.
So I do have an interesting story with the horror makeup show.
Okay.
So I'm in Orlando, and I'm in Universal, and I didn't tell my cousin about it, like I was even going. But then he started seeing me post things on Instagram. FYI, that's podcasting if anyone wants to follow.
Shameless plug.
Yeah, and then so he messaged me. He's like, "Oh, I love that park." I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "You need to go to the makeup show." I'm like, "The makeup show? Why would I want to go to the makeup?"
He didn't even say horror show.
He said something like, you should go to. He might have said go to the horror makeup show, but see, let me ask you this: when you read that, what did you think it was? I want to see if you think the same way as me.
Just from reading the headline right here, I would imagine it's maybe they take volunteers and apply like Beetlejuice makeup or Frankenstein makeup, stuff like that. That would be like my off the top of my head guess.
That's 100% what I thought. Like I thought it was. I thought that's what it was. I thought it was going to be. Oh, by the way, here's some of the artists that do the makeup for movies and TV shows, showing you exactly how it's done, and you gotta get a tutorial. I guess I thought it was an educational thing. Let's put it that way. And it's not. It's like this weird little show that has. I mean, it's a show for sure. I label it as. Oh, I think I was supposed to do something, but anyway, never mind. And then if I remember correctly, then there's they'll have like 2 monsters come out, and I think that might even be like how the show ends, is they lost control of the monsters and like, oh no, we gotta go. And I'm pretty sure Beetlejuice was there too. Actually, he appeared in the show. It was pretty good. I liked it. I was like, thanks for recommending, because I 100% would not have done this if you did not tell me that it was a show. And I kept thinking that it was just a makeup tutorial.
And you're going closer to the Halloween season, right?
Yes, for Universal Hollywood. I don't think this is there.
It might not be, but keep an eye out, because we enjoyed it. I think it was there. No, I know it was there when I was a kid, and I think they brought it back for a little while. I forget the exact title of it, but Beetlejuice has a show where they do a bunch of songs, like, Thriller and Alice Cooper's Frankenstein, stuff like that, like Halloween themed songs. And I remember the Beetlejuice guy being funny. So
yeah, it was pretty good. So I guess that's all the lands in Universal, and I think I got one more turn left on this anyway. So what would you say was like your favorite thing when you went, and what would you want to do? Say you're back there tomorrow. Like, what's the first thing you would try to do?
Simpsons is a must.
Okay.
I know it's on, and to be honest with you, what you said is you were hoping for more out of it. Yeah, I agree. It's
not
like
the land. The land looked great. I
wish it was bigger. I wish it was bigger, but also, you're going to California, right?
Correct.
Hold on, 2 seconds.
Oh wait, did you see that Springfield is going to take it over? No.
Concentrate on your
game
bullshit. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I might have gotten first place, so I don't know.
You realize you do realize one other section that's in Universal California that has not opened in Universal Florida.
I feel like I do, but I don't remember what it is.
Super Nintendo World.
Oh no, I know that. Yeah, that's one of the main reasons I'm going there.
Right.
Or I'd like to try it. Look, I'm going there no matter what. It's a matter if I do it in the night or during the day, depending on my flight. That's the issue. Yeah, I'm going there for that. Because it's
Right.
not going to open in Florida for like another 2 years.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Although the Florida one apparently is supposed to be better. Because
Well,
we're going to have another ride in addition to Mario Kart. And supposedly they're going to have a Donkey Kong section.
Nice. Yeah, it's like Super Nintendo World, but it's entirely Mario. So, like and this
Yeah,
is
there's
what
no Link there.
I know. Don't remind me.
What if I make it there and what if they have Mario dressed up as Link?
I'm kicking you in the nuts the next time I
There's
see
no
you.
way. There's no way that's happening.
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely not. No.
But yeah, like with The Simpsons, they could have done so much more and made it so much more expansive. And I feel like Super Nintendo World's probably the same thing. You know?
Yeah. But at the same time, like I'm thinking about how Simpsons, I can't speak for Nintendo World because I haven't been in there yet, but I'm thinking of it compared to the size of Harry Potter section. I don't know. I kind of feel like it's about the same size.
Maybe.
You know, you could probably look it up. You could probably see like how many acres is Harry Potter versus how many acres is The Simpsons.
That's true.
But you're not going to, are you?
No.
Alright, fine.
Not right now.
I'm gonna use this Hyper 3 dice. Let's see if I can get a good roll out of this. It's pretty good. So have you any experience with City Walk at all?
I've obviously walked down it. I don't know if it was this time or the time before, but we stayed at a hotel off Disney and off Universal, but we drove to a parking garage, parked there, and walked the entire length of City Walk just to get to Universal. When I'm younger, fine, you walk. You maybe buy a fucking ice cream on the way there.
Right. Yeah.
But as I get older, I don't want to have to walk like 2 goddamn miles just to get to the theme park. But yeah, City Walk is just like the boardwalk before you get to the main attraction.
Yeah.
They're just trying to suck money out of you.
Yeah, and I was very disappointed because I went to Universal and my plan was to go during the day, and I'm like, oh, cool. Then I'm going to go to City Walk and do night stuff. Like, you know, maybe like a club, maybe like a cool bar that they might have, and I know that, and they had karaoke. I'm like, this is going to be a great night. And it turned out, I don't know, I was just let down by the whole thing. Karaoke was like, it wasn't like the kind of karaoke I like going to, meaning, like, you go on a stage and that's all fine and well, but there's no, if I remember right, there was no pattern on like who's really going next. Like sometimes you can kind of tell when you're at the back of the line in like a regular bar, there's a queue and all that. And then I was like, all right, what kind of club is here? None. There were none, Ross, because I asked. I was like, there's nothing, like there's no dance club or anything like that?
Nothing that'll open at 10? Like, what the
Right.
fuck?
Well,
Really?
the karaoke place opened at 9. So I think it was 9. So by the time I was done with the karaoke place, which I told you was pretty, pretty short-lived, I figured probably about a half hour and maybe 45 minutes. And that's like you said, isn't something open at 10? It's opening right now at 10 o'clock? No, they were like, no. And I asked someone there. I'm like, is it because of COVID? Like, do you guys usually have things on? They're like, yeah, we used to have like this, I forgot what they said, like 1 or 2 clubs a few years ago, but, you know, the park City Walk kind of took a different direction, and there's not really one right now. I'm like, wow, jeez, all right. And then I just did dueling, I do like dueling pianos. I saw that was going on, so I was like, I guess I'll go to that, because, I mean, my karaoke thing is kind of boring. There's no club here at all. I'll do dueling pianos I did basically until the dueling piano people took a break, and I'm like, you know what? I think I'm done with City Walk today, and maybe for good. So I'm out of here. So that was easily the most disappointing thing that that was part of the Universal day for me.
I'm surprised there's no club.
I'm
Obviously,
shocked.
I guess. Right. Like,
Disney, if Disney said there's no club, like, I'm not shocked by that. Universal, I am.
right. They definitely used to have places. Disney, I'm saying, used to have places like that before Disney Springs. I think, what was it, Fantasy Island or some shit?
Oh yeah, no,
So,
it was based off the Pinocchio movie. What's the name of the place? Oh, Pleasure Island.
Pleasure Island. What the hell
Remember
is
because
Fantasy?
remember because that was the Pinocchio. He turns into a donkey.
Right. And I think they had a place there. This is years ago when I was a kid. They had a spot, or they did this everywhere on Pleasure Island. Like every night was New Year's,
Oh.
or like every Saturday night was New Year's. So they would celebrate and do the countdown and all that shit. So yeah, that was fun. I think that's where I saw my first improv show.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah.
There's no way you remember who it was or what the name of the actor.
I don't think. No, I have no way of corroborating this, but I have a photographic image of one of the guys, and I think it was Chip Eston.
Okay.
He's on Whose Line Is It Anyway? I think he was on Nashville too for a while. I have no idea why I think it was him, but I have since seen Whose Line live, so I scratched that off the bucket list.
Good for you. So, like I said, City Walk was the most disappointing thing. But overall, I had a good time at Universal. Whether or not I make the day portion of Universal and Universal Hollywood, or the night portion remains to be seen. But I will say this: if I make the day only, there's a lot of things that are very similar to Universal Florida. Like, I think the only things I saw that were... The big thing is the studio tour. That's the big difference from Hollywood versus Florida, because, I mean, last time I went to Florida, they didn't have a tour.
No, I think they used to. They got rid of it for whatever reason.
And apparently Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say California they have like a Jaws section. I don't even know if they do King Kong anymore. I think that's out there where you get the Bates Motel section. You bastards.
I don't know if I saw anything about that, so I don't know if you're right on that one. I have to look.
Then maybe I'm conflating that with something else.
They could also be just change it yearly, and you're just thinking of maybe or maybe they switch it every other year. I don't know.
Maybe.
But like I said, we'll see what happens. But I'm looking for. It's hard. It's harder for me to get excited about Universal because I don't know if I'm going to get there night or day. If I'm gonna do so, it's like I'm more excited about Disney just because I at least know this is what I'm in for. But we'll talk about that when the time comes. We've reached the end of the year, Ross. What do you think? Do you think I'm just still in second? Did I drop? Did I go to first? What do you think?
I'm gonna say you maintained.
That's annual review. I mean, the fact I'm in first there's a good sign. Nope, I was worse.
Ooh. And it doesn't really say, unless it was one of the previous screens. So it didn't say like how much you did you lose money or he just gained more?
No, because they just gained more money than I did. Because remember we were all in the 20s when I read you year 17 for billions. We were in the 20s.
Right.
And now everyone's in the 30s except for Zat's Rich with a whopping 17 billion.
Slow and steady wins the race. He's gonna mount a comeback by year 83.
By year 83, I wonder if I'm gonna make it to year 99. At the rate I'm going.
I have a question for you,
yes.
And I know you do your weekly questions, whatever.
Oh, thank you for remembering because I didn't even answer the last one.
There you go.
Thank God. Okay, Ross,
I was gonna ask
Ross with the save, and you're right.
I was gonna ask you.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you're year 18, and you are at 30 billion. How much money do you think you will have by 99?
I have no clue because we didn't get a monster attack at all during this video, but the monster attacks are what lower it back down into normalization, that like it's not going to always go up, 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 up. Like eventually the monsters are going to destroy towns or different parts of Japan unless we all attack them. Because once they successfully attack a part of Japan, the properties don't go to anyone and it's reset. So you don't earn money for the annual assets because of that. If I were to guess, I don't know, maybe... I guess, I mean, you're right, you're 18 and we're at 38 billion now is the thing. 500 billion?
Okay. Write that number down somewhere.
I'm gonna trust you to remember it.
Oh, cool! Because I can't even remember what I did yesterday.
All right, wait. We got to answer the question from last time. Now that you've reminded me of this, so let me see if I remember what the last question last time was. What video game song would you like to hear a cover of? That was the question.
Ooh.
And then we gotta make a new question after this, which will probably be theme park related since that's the theme here.
In a different genre, or just someone trying to recreate it in like? I'm making it more difficult.
Well,
okay.
let's put it this way. I had my new friend here, L Rock, on for the last episode, and we started talking about video game covers because I was like, what are the chances that somebody out there in the world has tried to do a cover of the theme song for Billion Road? And I think that somebody should do that. And that's what led to the question. So that's, what song would you like to hear a cover from? Oh, because she played an instrument, specifically, was it a ukulele? That sounds right.
I might say Donkey Kong Country, Aquatic Ambience.
Okay.
That is the underwater theme from Donkey Kong Country. I want to see someone cover it in like a different style, but still keep the same. I want to see someone like rock it out, but still keep like sort of the mellow vibe to it.
Okay.
It's probably impossible.
I'm gonna go with. This is off the top of my head. I kind of want to have someone do a Kingdom Hearts one. I have been thinking about Kingdom Hearts 3 lately. Sorry, here I'm gonna go with. I want someone to do a cover of San Francisco, the Big Hero 6 world. That's what I would like. Have you ever seen Big Hero 6?
No, and I completely forgot that they even did a show for it. It was one of those things I saw on Disney Plus once. I'm like, hey, we always wanted to watch it, but we never did.
Oh, yeah. Interesting note, in Disneyland, they're making San Francisco there, so maybe I'll get my cover now that I'm thinking about it. If it's open by the time I get there. Maybe they'll just have some person on a piano do a cover of, well, they wouldn't do the Kingdom Hearts version, in fairness, but anyway. Alright, so we gotta think of a question now to answer for next time. Or should we just, since the next episode is Hollywood Studios, maybe we should make a Hollywood Studios question. Because we're gonna have to answer.
Yeah, sure.
We're gonna have to answer.
Sure.
What do you got? Let's throw some ideas out here. We could go with favorite ride. We can go with favorite land. We can go with
a question specific to Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, like maybe someone that's been there before and what they think. We could even go like what's the best food in Hollywood Studios, although I wouldn't have an answer for that. What's advice for Hollywood Studios when you go? I don't get. What do you think? What direction should we go in here?
Christ. What should they turn the American Idol section into next? Because it's like
American Idol section.
It's now Frozen. The
Oh,
stage.
I was
stage
yeah, I was
show.
on that. Okay, so you're saying what should they? Oh, come on, they're not never gonna change Frozen.
They'll have to eventually.
Not I mean, considering it's one of their most popular films ever, I don't think it's gonna be very soon. Maybe not even in our lifetime, Russ.
Yeah, and yet Aladdin never gets anything. Come on.
No, I think we should do a different one because I don't think that's realistic either.
Okay.
All right, do you want to do a Raw? Are you thinking? How about what show would you want in Hollywood Studios? Or do you have another idea?
Yeah, maybe think of a stage show they could add to Hollywood Studios.
Okay, yeah, all right. What stage show would you like added to Hollywood Studios? It's a good one.
And obviously, it has to be under the Disney umbrella.
Yeah, you can't say friggin' Pixar either because that's a totally different section, or Avengers because they have their it has to be something that fits in somewhere in whether it's Toy Story area or Star Wars area. You know what I'm saying? Try to keep it within areas that already exist.
I think I've heard it's been on the chopping block before, but I don't know if they ever actually got rid of it. Is the Indiana Jones stunt show still there?
I think so, but we'll talk
Okay.
more about this during Hollywood Studios. So yeah, so the question for next time, which Ross, I'm gonna ask you to remember it because you saved us today because I completely forgot about the question of the video to be answered.
You know how I'll remember it?
How?
By referring back to the YouTube upload of this 5 minutes before we go recording.
So like I said, folks, here's the plan. We're doing Hollywood Studios next, then Magic Kingdom, then Epcot, and then we're probably going to continue on a little bit after this at some point with the trip that I actually go on and talk about that. So there we go. Any final words from you, Ross, before we head out of here?
Don't ask me about Animal Kingdom because I only went once.
That one's not coming up at all because I didn't go.
I know. It's
should we talk about if we did go, what would we want to do?
Free all the animals and watch Havoc.
I mean, if the animals go, that's because the safari is the main thing that people apparently go there for, which is apparently very, very big, space-wise.
It is. But Laura wouldn't do the Whitewater Rapids. My favorite. That would have been my favorite part.
Right. All right, so we'll catch you next time with some more Billion Road and theme park talk. We'll catch you later.